Is this what you call aim lock?
Spree for the blue team! Reloading!
So hey, what's up guys, this is AK, and you are watching my YouTube channel AKM. So guys, welcome back to a brand new tips and tricks video of PUBG Mobile. What you are seeing is not some magical setting or an actual aim lock feature. It is the result of keeping your crosshair connected to the enemy while making very small and controlled adjustments. A lot of players think good aim means moving the crosshair extremely fast. But the best TDM players often do the opposite. They make their aim look almost stuck to the enemy because they are already prepared for the enemy's movement before the fight even starts. And that is exactly what we are going to break down. The first thing you need to understand is crosshair placement. When you are moving around the TDM map, do not keep your crosshair pointed at the ground. Keep it around upper chest or head level, depending on the situation. For example, if you are approaching a doorway and you know an enemy could appear from the right side, place your crosshair close to that position before they appear. Now when the enemy comes out, you do not need a huge swipe to find them. You only need a small adjustment. That small adjustment is extremely important because large movements are much harder to control while shooting. Now comes the main part, tracking. When the enemy starts moving left or right, do not constantly flick your crosshair back and forth. Instead, keep your crosshair attached to the enemy and follow their movement smoothly. Think of your crosshair and the enemy as moving together. If they move left, follow left. If they suddenly move right, follow right. The goal is not to predict every movement. The goal is to react smoothly without overcorrecting. This is especially useful with fast-firing weapons in TDM, because close-range fights happen so quickly. If your crosshair is already close to the enemy, you only need small corrections to keep your bullets connected. But there is another part that many players completely ignore, your own movement. A lot of players believe that moving as much as possible automatically makes their aim better. It does not. If you are already tracking an enemy perfectly and then start doing extremely fast unnecessary jiggling, your own crosshair can become harder to control. Use movement to make yourself difficult to hit, but keep your crosshair stable. Your movement and your aim should work together, not fight against each other. Now imagine an enemy suddenly pushes directly into you. This is where many players completely lose their aim. They panic and drag their crosshair aggressively across the screen. The problem is that the enemy is already moving quickly, so a large swipe can easily take your crosshair past them. Instead, stay calm and use smaller adjustments. Follow the enemy's body first. Once your crosshair is stable, you can naturally move toward the head. This is much more consistent than trying to instantly snap onto the head while your crosshair is still moving. Another thing that can destroy this entire process is constantly changing your sensitivity. If your aim feels bad for one match, that does not automatically mean your sensitivity is wrong. Your hand needs time to learn the movement. If you keep changing your sensitivity, you are constantly changing how far your finger or gyro needs to move. Instead, find a setup that feels comfortable for tracking and stick with it long enough to build consistency. Then use TDM as your practice ground. Do not focus only on getting the highest number of kills. Focus on keeping your crosshair connected to the enemy. Practice holding your crosshair at the correct height. Practice following enemies without making unnecessary flicks. And practice staying controlled when an enemy suddenly gets close. After enough repetition, those small corrections start becoming natural. And that is where the aim lock effect really comes from. It is not a secret setting. It is not about making your sensitivity extremely high. It is about starting with good crosshair placement, tracking smoothly, controlling your movement, and making small corrections instead of huge ones. When you put all of these together, your aim starts looking much more stable. So the next time you play TDM, do not try to make your aim faster. Try to make it smoother. Keep your crosshair where the enemy is likely to appear, follow their movement, avoid unnecessary corrections, and stay calm when the fight gets close. The goal is not to make your crosshair move quickly. The goal is to make it stay connected to the enemy. And once you learn that, you will understand why some players look like they have aim lock, even though they are simply controlling their crosshair better than everyone else. So guys, that was all for today's video. If you found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more PUBG Mobile tips, aiming guides, movement tutorials, and practical gameplay advice that will help you improve faster. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.